Hello and welcome to Hollywood Headlines. I'm your host, Sanai Browning, and tonight we're going to be talking about the latest news in Hollywood, starting with Britney Spears' recent revelation from her memoir. Hollywood Headlines starts right now. Thanks Sarah Dutton for being today's guest. Bye bye, baby? It seems that Britney Spears and Justin Timberlake have been in the news recently due to a shocking admission from Spears in her latest memoir. She shared that she was pregnant by Timberlake during the time of their relationship in the early 2000s. In the memoir, she said, quote, "It was a surprise, but for me, it wasn't a tragedy. I loved Justin so much. I always expected for us to have a family together one day," end quote. The two superstars have gone in vastly different directions or paths recently, with Timberlake reuniting with his former group NSYNC, and with Spears writing her memoir and continuing her reign as the queen of Instagram. We know this tea is calling, so we can't wait to see what Britney will say next. Sarah, were you shocked by this news at all?
I was.
Really?
Yeah, but like also it kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just I feel like this is very realistic.
Yeah.
It makes sense, and I'm really excited to see what else Britney has to say about this.
True. I mean, ever since I've known about this like before, because it was sort of like leaked a year ago.
Really?
Yeah, it was like it was a big thing a year ago because a lot of people were talking about you could say it was a Justin Timberlake hate train, which I am like leading the pack on.
Really?
Yes, I cannot stand Justin Timberlake. I can't.
Bruh.
I can't. I'm sorry. What he has done to Britney Spears and Janet Jackson, I will never be able to forgive him for. So personally, I will be leading the hate train. But I do think that it's very like interesting because I think their careers would have ended up very differently had that happened. Do you think that would be like? Are you a fan of either one of them?
I am a fan of both. Sorry. I feel like JT is always pretty funny on like when he does like reality show, or not reality show, like late night show appearances. I like his music.
I mean,
Sorry.
I'm not gonna sit here and say like his music trash. It's not.
And then
do like
Britney's music, just iconic.
Exactly.
Every single one.
Not
Absolute
even needs to be
banger.
said. Do you think this would have like hurt their careers at the time? Like if this were to have been alternate reality and this would have happened, do you think this would have like hurt their careers?
I'm gonna say no. Like I feel like this just makes sense for them.
Yeah.
Like that it's coming out now, not a big surprise, honestly.
I mean, personally, I think it could have only because of how people were treating Britney at the time. If she would have already had a kid by this time, it would have been a little weird. So, I mean, I think it could have, but it's Britney Spears. I don't really expect anything less.
It's Britney.
Yeah.
Censored.
Well, it has been a big week for SNL nerds. Not only did the late night comedy show Saturday Night Live return to air after the Hollywood writer's strike came to an end, but the digital short group Please Don't Destroy has released the trailer for their movie, The Treasure of Foggy Mountain. Please Don't Destroy, consisting of comedy writers John Higgins, Martin Hurley, and Ben Marshall, have been writing digital shorts for SNL since 2021, when they joined the crew, and have since been a staple of the show. Reminiscent of the Lonely Island days from the early 2000s and their movie Hot Rod, The Treasure of Foggy Mountain is set up to be a hilarious buddy comedy with guest appearances from SNL alum and late-night co-host Conan O'Brien and SNL co-stars Michael Longfellow and Bowen Yang, and new addition Chloe Trost. The trailer is outrageously funny with a wild plot and will release exclusively on Peacock on November 17th. Sarah, what were your thoughts watching the trailer?
I think in simplest terms, this movie is going to be my Joker, my Super Bowl, my everything.
This is your Roman Empire.
Correct. Girl, let me tell you, I saw that trailer. It's so good. It's like stupid comedy.
Yeah.
Where you know, like it's not winning any awards for best motion picture, best comedy writing.
It's there for a good time, not a long time.
But it's winning all the awards in my heart.
Got you.
And I love Please Don't Destroy sketches that they do on SNL all the time. So I'm hoping that'll translate like a very similar vibe into the movie. And also, the fact that they got Conan O'Brien to sign off on
That
this,
was the thing that surprised me.
I think he's just like, he's just too old and he doesn't care anymore. Sorry, I said it. Sorry. He is like 70.
Dang. Sarah's coming for Conan O'Brien's career. But I think that this will actually be very interesting because I don't know too much about SNL. Honestly, the biggest things that I knew was like the whole, what was it, the Pete Davidson, Timothy Chalamet thing, like the, what was the?
Yeet, skirt.
Yeah, that
correct.
thing. Yeah. And then also SZA and Megan Thee Stallion with the whole big boy thing. Like, that was funny. But like, I don't know much about like SNL. Like, if you were to tell me any of the people that were on, I was like, who? I don't know any of them.
Well, I think what's interesting too, so they also brought 2 of their co-stars, Michael Longfellow and Bowen Yang, onto the movie. But they also included Chloe Trost, who is a brand new cast member for this season. So maybe this will kind of like jumpstart her career and like really work to get a name for herself. I could talk about this forever. I love SNL, and I'm really excited for this movie.
Do you think that this will be received well, or do you think this will impact the career of Please Don't Destroy?
I think it's gonna get like a 2% on like all the film critics Rotten Tomato meter because it's gonna be so funny, it's stupid, but like it's special.
It's for that purpose.
It's for that purpose. That's why it's made. It's not made to like win any major awards or anything.
Exactly. Like, I think that would be great for it to just be like a funny movie. That's like the whole point.
For sure.
I think I already know the answer to this question. Are you planning on it being, like, are you going to watch it?
Yes, 100% yes. I don't even have Peacock, but I will get Peacock for this moment.
Perfect. Do you think, like, are you looking forward to SNL being back on air? I mean, again, I know your answer to this question.
Yes. Duh. Super glad it's back. I didn't think the first episode was super strong just because I'm not a Pete Davidson fan.
But
fair. Moving forward, like, I think it's just going to go up from here. Like, I just can't wait. I can't wait. That's all I gotta say.
I will admit, I do not watch SNL, but I will be excited for you and all of the SNL fans out there. So when we get back from the break, we will be talking about Michael Caine retiring from acting. Hollywood Headlines, we'll be right back. Michael Caine, the acclaimed actor who is known for starring in Interstellar and Now You See Me, will officially retire from acting after the release of his upcoming movie, The Great Escaper. In the past, he has stated in other interviews that he had been contemplating retiring for a while. His recent interview with BBC Radio confirmed this by stating, quote, "I keep saying I'm going to retire. Well, I am now," end quote. He also said that he was retiring due to the fact that he believes there is not many roles available for him at his age as he turned 90 years old earlier this year. In addition to this announcement, he is scheduled to publish a fictional thriller novel called Deadly Game in November of this year. Sarah, have you watched any of Michael Caine's films before?
Yes, I feel like he's just that actor that always just pops up in all of the movies that I watch. Where like you're watching a movie and you're like, oh, there's like this is mean. You'll be like, oh, who's that old guy? It's Michael Caine every time, consistently.
I mean, I will say I did not really know too much about Michael Caine, so I did some digging before this episode, and I didn't know he was in Cars. I didn't know that.
Yeah, he was one of the voice actors.
I didn't know that at all. Like, I knew of him, like I knew his name, but I didn't know any of the stuff he was in, so I looked it up, I was like, he's in Cars? Like,
he has a very impressive
like resume, because I knew that he did Interstellar and Now You See Me, but I've never watched those. So I was like, okay.
Really?
I never watched it. They seem like decent films, though, so it's not like I do plan to watch it one day. But how do you feel about the fact that he is retiring?
Kind of sad, I feel like, because he is like a staple in so many of those films that I like. He's also the kind of guy who's like, I'm retiring. Just kidding, I'm back. Like,
he's pulling a Tom Brady.
He's gonna do like a cameo or something somewhere. Like, he's not done forever.
Yeah, I can feel that. So any final thoughts that you may have?
All I gotta say is he has a really impressive career, and even though I just think of him as the old guy, I think I need to start going back and watching some of his earlier stuff.
Yeah.
When he wasn't just the old guy, because I really like him as an actor in his later stuff. So
yeah,
I think I'd like his earlier stuff as well.
Yeah, I think that would be very fair. It is sad for the community to see him retire, but I do know that it'll be worth it, and there'll be more opportunities for other people to shine. But I do think it'll be sad to see him go.
True.
Well, when we come back from the break, we will be playing Hollywood Hot Seat. Stay tuned. Hollywood Headlines will be right back. Welcome back to Hollywood Headlines. With Michael Caine recently retiring from acting, we are going to test your knowledge by having you name as many Michael Caine movies that he has appeared in. Sarah, you will have 10 seconds to answer. Are you ready?
Yes, I'm so ready.
Okay, your time starts now.
Okay, we already mentioned some of them. Interstellar, Now You See Me 1, Now You See Me 2, the Cars movie he voiced.
Yes.
He was in Miss Congeniality. Maybe like 3 of the Batman movies. I don't know.
Okay, I'll give you those.
Oh, I don't know, guys. I think that's all I got.
All right, time's up. You got an 8, actually. That's 8 out of 10. That's pretty good for 10
That's
seconds.
an 80%.
That's
passing.
80%. That's passing.
That is passing.
That's passing. That's pretty good. That's really impressive. But when we come back from the break, we'll be talking about the new Mean Girls movie musical trailer. Stay tuned because Hollywood Headlines will be right back. The first trailer for the Mean Girls movie musical has been surprising audiences at the Eras Tour movie this week. The trailer airing was a secret and it was caught on camera by fans in the cinema. The trailer begins by saying, quote, "You're here for the musical event of the year," end quote. Following this, Renee Rapp enters as the iconic Regina George. The new movie is directed by Samantha Jane and Arturo Perez, with Tina Fey returning to screenwrite the musical. Tim Meadows and Tina Fey will return to the screen as their original roles of Principal Duval and Miss Norbury. The film also includes Jenna Fisher, Angourie Rice, Louis Carvalho, Jaquel Spivey, Phoebe Woods, and Avantika Vandapu. The movie is set to release on January 12, 2024. Sarah, are you excited for this movie to come out?
I am, because Mean Girls is such like a classic like girls camp movie. Like it's so good. I think everyone should watch it. But then I'm super excited to see how they make this different, but also like bringing in the same vibes that we had in the first movie.
I definitely agree. I mean, I remember like my sister technically was the one that grew up with Mean Girls, not me. So I definitely remember like she would quote stuff from it all the time and I'm like, what are you talking about? But like there's like some things about it that I love. I mean, I love Principal Duval. He's the funniest character in the movie to me. And it's just some like things like subtle things like bringing actors from the original movie back. And like I've watched the musical. It's actually really good. I really am curious to see how they will fit those into like in a movie setting as opposed to it being a musical, because that's what I've seen in some downfalls. Looking at you, dear Evan Hansen, I'm so sorry, but it's true. It's just I think that there's ways that it's done right, and I think that they will with the fact that Tina Fey is coming back to screenwrite it.
Well, I have a funny little story about that.
Oh.
Speaking about Tina Fey, segueing to SNL, SNL did a skit a couple years ago where they Tina Fey pretended she was going to be in the Mean Girls musical. This is when it was being put onto Broadway.
Right.
And it was like whole thing where she was like, oh, I can put myself into my musical, and then Lin-Manuel Miranda popped up and was like, no, that's just me, and it was just this whole thing. So it's kind of funny that now she's putting herself back into her musical.
Well, unlike Lin-Manuel Miranda, she's at least putting herself as her character, not the star. So there's a difference. But
I love Tina Fey and I love her writing. So I know that I think the movie's just going to be funny. Even if it's not, if it's going to be different, it's going to be funny.
I completely agree. Some of us here from Hollywood Headlines and The Trend got to see the Eras Tour film in theaters at the Regal Manor. Take it away.
Theater. Here you are. Woo! Yeah, we're in the theater.
Stuffing my face.
That's okay, as you should. We're about to go inside the theater, and then we are going to go see the Eras Tour film. So we're playing a little neat movie game before we start. It's Back to the Future. Time's up. What could it be? Back to the Future. You got it right.
I'm a genius. Purely because I worked in the movie.
Back to the Future. After 6 weeks of filming. Oh, it cut out. That's okay.
Fine.
Yay! No way that this pops up.
1989 Taylor's version of Tangerine Red, available on the internet.
Paige, will you be getting that vinyl?
I actually ordered the Sunset Boulevard yellow one, and I am a firm believer of the fact that I don't want to order more than one. I would love to get it, but I literally already spent $40 on the yellow one. Such a pretty pressing. I'm so excited for it to come, and I got one of the exclusive CDs also in yellow.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah, so it's supposed to.
Sanai, I feel like I know what you're gonna say. Are you gonna be getting this vinyl?
Hell no.
How did you get it? Oh my god, it's crazy.
Yes. My queen, Renee, I love you. Woo! Love you, Rose.
There's gonna be some changes made.
Sanai, what's this?
Yeah, this is Color Purple that has Halle Bailey, Taraji B. Henson, Oprah Winfrey producing it. Quincy Jones is doing the music. It's gonna be amazing. Go watch it. It's gonna be coming out on Christmas Day. So go watch it.
Sanai's got her glasses on. But we are out of the theater. We are out of the theater. We just finished the Eras tour. Meanwhile, that film is still going, as you can see in there.
After us.
But that was. I knew you were in trouble. That's later on. That's earlier on in the film. But anyways, Paige, Sanai, whoever wants to go first, tell me your overall thoughts about the film. One of the main things I wanted to ask you guys though was what was your favorite part about the Eras tour?
is going first.
Illicit Affairs. That's all I have to say. And the acoustic set was like the acoustic and piano set was really nice because I love You're on Your Own Kid, and it was. Our song was not expecting that. That was super exciting. I love our song. Our song is the same vibes, but love it. Taylor Swift 8. It was literally my Eras first since I didn't get to go to the concert. So it was fabulous. I was literally.
Amazing. Sanai, what was your favorite part?
I wasn't expecting to like this as much as I did. So
I was glad to hear.
there's some decent parts to this. I'll probably say either it's hard. I'm gonna have to say the Reputation era as a whole, or I'm going 1989 because that was the album my girl was first. So, but rating, I will actually rating it.
Out of 5.
This is a surprise. I'm actually giving it a 5 out of 5. I did not think I would like this as much as I did. But this one over here has been screaming the whole time. I'm pretty sure.
I wish I got more video, but if we got too much, we would get copyright strikes.
Exactly.
Strikes.
We care about copyright. We love it too.
Yes, we do. We love it.
But I literally said at the beginning of this video that they dragged me along to this, but I genuinely did not think I was gonna like it as much as I did. And also, I'm mainly giving bonus points because 2 of the dancers in it were really hot. So
that they were.
So
I 100% agree, Sanai. Paige, now I forgot to ask you this earlier, but what would you give the rating of the film out of 5 stars?
5 out of 5.
5 out of 5. Absolutely incredible. And you know what? Oh, did you want to explain your reason why?
5 out of 5 because Taylor Swift beats every single time. I'm obsessed with Taylor Swift, so anything she does is golden.
Paige, as we send it off to you guys back at the desk. Enjoy. Bye.
well, that's all we have for tonight, but make sure to tune in next week for the latest in Hollywood. A big thank you to Sarah Dutton for coming on to today's show. I'm Sanai Browning. Have a great week in Millersville.